Good evening, everyone. It's Anika Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I am contemplating a fair amount about the incomprehensible. And it's so interesting that today I thought, how will I create this video on the incomprehensible? And I thought, I am going to just see how this goes and see what arises naturally. So here it is. This is the first quotation that I came across, and I thought I'd start with this one. It says, that which is not comprehended by the mind, but by which the mind comprehends, know that. I'll read that again. It says, that which is not comprehended by the mind, but by which the mind comprehends, know that. This is by Swami Prabhavananda from the Upanishads, or has written some commentary on the Upanishads. And this is so interesting that if we think about that which is not comprehended by the mind, but by which the mind comprehends. Now, in Western medicine, we would think that, that would be understanding the nervous system, right? And no, it's not. It's certainly from the scientific perspective. Some believe that it's only a matter of time till we figure out which nerves are relating to this comprehension of the mind or the understanding of the mind. And of course, this has been a topic of discussion in conversations of consciousness for quite some time now. And of course, in spirituality circles, there is an understanding that it's not going to be something that we find in the nervous system, or that will make sense through the nervous system's arrangement or certain neurotransmitters or that sort of idea. But of course, that idea is up in the air. And certainly the Vedas and Upanishads have talked about this incomprehensible consciousness for quite some time, thousands of years. And so I think it's quite interesting to actually reflect on this or contemplate. And why would we do this? Because this incomprehensible space is really where, I guess we could call it mind-blowing experiences happen, or creation happens, or a depth of understanding of truth happens. And this experience is so profound that even though I've only had the occasional taste of this, it is phenomenally satisfying. And so I came across another quotation by St. Francis of Assisi, who is also one of my favorites. One shouldn't have favorites. I like his quotes too. I like his thinking. I like his modeling. And here's what he wrote. He says, remember that when you leave this earth, you can take with you nothing that you have received, only what you have given, a full heart enriched by honest service, love, sacrifice, and courage. And this is so interesting to me, because when we look at these things, a full heart, now we will hear these things about people, how that person's got such a full heart, and it's not really definable. Well, how do you say it's a full heart? No, you just feel it. Don't you feel it? You feel it when someone's got a full heart in what they're speaking, what they're saying, what they're doing. We can see this, feel it. We can see it in some sort of tangible way too, but we really feel it most of all, right? And of course, we've got something that we certainly know we feel, which is love. Now, love in this regard is pure love, which is seeking nothing except to love. And love from that space is such a beautiful experience, and it's such a beautiful energy to share with anyone. This means when it's pure love, it doesn't have to be only my family, only my lover, only my partner, only my child, only my country. Right, that's pure love. Pure love was when it's expanded towards all. And this is a beautiful, beautiful experience. It's very powerful too. And then finally, there's this sacrifice and courage. And this also, sacrifice can be of time, it can be of effort, it can be of an intention, right? I sacrifice what I am intending for me, for my egoic space, to help another. That's a sacrifice. But no one really needs to know that, right? No one often does know that when true sacrifice is happening. I'm not talking about when someone allows themselves to die for another. And this can happen in various experiences. Some people might give another person their last food. Some person might, or they might sacrifice their meal to give another that food. And another person might sacrifice their own lives. So sometimes people will run in front of something to save another person, right? So in that experience, that's a sacrifice. Now, sometimes people sacrifice parts of their lives to help raise their kids. That's a sacrifice. And then, of course, since so many people are doing this too, it's no longer seen as a sacrifice, is it? Oftentimes, we take for granted the things that are happening regularly and we forget the sacrifice that is in them. Sometimes people arrive to work super early to make sure that they're present and available for anyone who might show up a little bit early. Or perhaps they're sacrificing some hours of sleep to be actually available for their workday. And this is a sacrifice a person is making, but most people don't see this. And then courage. What is courage? And courage is so expansive as an idea too. So all of these things are not really linear. It can take lots of different forms. It's not limited to one aspect. Courage can come up in so many different ways. So courage to speak up for another, courage to do something for another, courage to express oneself. There's so many different types of ways that a person can express courage, yet we all feel it. So again, when we think about all of these things, this honest service, this love, this sacrifice and courage, we can feel it. And certainly we can feel it even when we read about it years later after someone has done something many years ago. Same idea that we can feel today and we still feel that same fantastic feeling about it, that someone has done something good. This is pure goodness. Goodness is a tangible experience. This is something that we can feel. Doesn't mean that we can hold it, but we can definitely sense it. We can sense the vibrations of it around us, and we can help create all of these too. And these days, more people have a tendency to focus on things that are really comprehensible. Oh, I understand that. I got it. Even when I say courage or I say love, and people say, yeah, I know what that feels like. But are you practicing it? And today I'd love for you to practice it. So, any of these things, if you can practice these things that are incomprehensible, but you know the feeling of them, sit for 5 minutes after this video and share some of these energies with people that you love, whether they're with you or whether they're far from you, whether they're living or whether they're not. Share this energy. It will go through you and then affect the world around us. And I hope you know that you will have a fantastic experience from doing that. And I hope this becomes a regular habit for you. I wish you a fabulous evening ahead. And I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great evening, everyone.